What up? It's your boy King Dow 225 coming at you with another reaction here video. And today we're gonna do something on this good Sunday morning. We're gonna get some soul food. So I decided to review this channel. It's complicated channel. Man, as for Manosphere and Red Pill, this should be platinum. Gold info. So we're gonna get into the video. I'm gonna put a link in the description to the original video. Shout out to this complicated channel. Man, you doing good work out there for men's rights. The Manosphere, Red Pill everywhere. Y'all need to follow this dude. But let's get into the video. Female privilege and victimhood. Rules of modern dating and understanding women. It's complicated. I'm gonna chop this video up when they make points that like I gotta speak on. So y'all bear with me.
What do you think about female privilege? Is there such a thing?
No.
No?
Yes. There is.
And what does it entail? Female privilege, what does it entail? What are the benefits for you as a beautiful woman like you are?
Manipulation.
Manipulation. Thank you. We got it.
Okay, thank you.
That's exactly what we needed.
Why are men taught how to treat women, but women aren't taught how to treat men?
First question out the gate. Why is that? You can't sit here and say every little boy across the world don't hit girls, treat a woman like this, treat her like that, be respectful. But it's not the opposite way around. Generally, girls not taught not to hit boys. It's just like something understood. Like, but they don't really teach them that. And for the shit they used to teach women how to do, the finishing school type shit, how to be ladylike and keep a house and to cook and shit. You better not ask a woman if she know that.
Wow. Female privilege. They don't have to do anything, really. They can do what they want.
How should women treat men?
Well, with respect and love, mainly respect, and then love, kindness, and relax a little. American women seem to be very uptight, very demanding, always wanting stuff but never wanting to give. The men have to give 100%. Happy wife, happy life is the slogan. It's not happy husband, happy life, which is bullshit.
Commercial break. Skip.
Would you consider chivalry to be a female privilege?
No, because if chivalry is considered holding open a door or being courteous, I think that's a human thing. I would be courteous to a man or a woman in their respect, so I don't think chivalry is necessarily gender biased.
Well, once again, when it comes to that, though,
I agree with her up to that point. Because everybody's supposed to be courteous. That's not what chivalry is. Okay?
chivalry part of men being expected to pay on a first date?
Well, she tongue-tied now.
I mean,
see, they always want
men are typically expected to approach women and ask them out and pay for the date. I mean, that's part of chivalry, right? Women don't typically do that. Men are expected to do that. So isn't that something that's exclusively favoring women?
Not in 2021, no, because I know some bold women who are taking men out on first dates.
Well, right, but do you think that's the majority? I mean,
No,
does the exception disprove the rule?
Because I'm not doing it.
Can you name some controversial women's issues?
Equal pay. Abortion. Yeah, abortion for sure. Equal pay.
Abortion would be a controversial woman's issue.
We all know that.
Sexual
It's
freedom.
my body.
Sexual immorality almost. Women can have the freedom to do what they want. Men have to be on a leash or under control, or we don't have, we're subservient to women in the last 50 to 60 years. Our culture has gone that direction.
You have balls, right? That's where the sperm comes from. That's needed to put in the egg.
That's your reproduction system. What the fuck?
But if it, hold on.
You don't want a kid,
Okay.
then wear a condom. You don't want a kid, then it's so easy to put that little clip in your balls that you can take off at any time when you want to have children.
I ain't gonna lie, boo. You cute, you pretty and shit, but you young. I hope you don't have that attitude when your ass hit the wall. When you start really talking and looking like them fat ass Italian wives. Like you too cute to be. What the fuck?
Why is it that a woman can only have one kid per 9 months and it's regulated her, but a man can have he can impregnate 12 women a day if he wanted? Why are we regulated but men not? Make that make sense, because it's the patriarchy.
Because you make the decisions on the after. Like, I can't make no decisions on your body. Like, if it's my baby, I can't tell you whether to keep it or not. I ain't allowed to have no goddamn opinion on that. Okay? But then if you had a baby, I am forced to finance it. But it's not a requirement for me to be in the life. So you can deny me visitations of my child. You can do all that kind of shit. Yeah, you can impregnate her. Why you can't? Niggas always keeping condom, bitch. What you talking about?
That's put in play.
Let me ask you this. Is a man solely responsible for getting a
You
woman
got a
pregnant,
condom?
or does it take two people?
Okay.
It
I
takes
guess
two
it is
people.
my
So why is the
responsibility.
man solely held accountable and not the woman for also inviting the man to have sex? Because women choose.
So the man is held accountable because he has to
women choose
pay.
who they have sex
because
with.
he has to pay for producing a life, but the woman who spends her entire life now dedicated to building the life of that kid. So he can't take some dollars out of her account, but her life changes because she has a kid? That doesn't make sense.
Can you name any
You don't
men's
make
issues?
sense.
They don't have issues.
I would say sexual abuse.
Yeah.
Domestic abuse. Domestic abuse. They get domestic abuse.
Yeah.
Y'all hear that? Out of their own mouths. Sexual abuse, it happens to men. And physical abuse, oh, bro. If men are always taught, see, ladies don't get the real protection that men provide, okay? See, they always see one side of the coin. The protection, yeah, my boyfriend can defend me from an intruder or some aggressive male, okay? But the other side of that coin, that the protection that y'all not seeing, is if men go berserk. That's the protection. The protection is that we keep our shit together at all times, or else you would be doomed. That is the other coin of the protection. Y'all, are men or animals? If we truly were as bad as you imagine we are in your goddamn minds, what would you be able to do to stop us? That's the other side of the coin, that men keep it together. That we don't go savage. Let's continue the video.
A husband who gets divorced from his wife, it seems like men don't have any rights. They have no rights.
Look up the stats. Majority of divorces are initiated by women, like 60 to 70%, something like that. Like, and my own experiences going through divorce, my ex-wife / baby mama initiated divorce for me. Like, I ain't gonna lie. When they say divorce fuck men up, I totally agree. Because you've been taught all your life on, well, this is what you're supposed to do. This is how it's supposed to go. And this is how it's supposed to be. And this is how, no matter what, no matter this, no matter this, no matter that. If you've been drilled in that manner, like I said, I ain't never wanted baby mamas. I wanted to have a wife with kids. on how you supposed to deal with your marriage and shit like that, and deal with your wife. And then when it don't work out like that, you get divorced, you be shattered as a man for a while.
It's when it comes to children and keeping the children, the women get the benefit of the doubt, which is wrong. Equal justice. Justice needs to be blind, but I think in the courts,
in every
aspect of life, women get the benefit of the doubt, the blessings, they get the open doors. Men have to fight through the fire just to even get their kids.
WNBA, the pay. WNBA.
Check out my Joanna, man, to how to say the WNBA. King Speaks. It gonna tell you how I feel about the WNBA.
Pay. As compared to like men's basketball.
You're talking about like the gender pay gap, right?
Yep.
Okay. Can you name any men's issues?
I would say like men's issues, toxicity. I don't know. Like, I have no clue.
Okay. Why do you think so many more people know about women's issues more than they know about men's issues?
Because women run the world.
I don't know. I feel like there's more females in the world than there are men. They're more talked about, more thought about.
Let me just leave you with this, okay? Here are just some of the men's issues that I'll list off, okay?
All right.
Men happen to be the majority of suicide, the majority of homeless, the majority of workplace deaths. The family court system is biased against men. False paternity, false accusations, prison sentencing disparity, failure in education, health issues, and male abuse.
Yes.
Why do you think that so many people aren't?
Did y'all hear that shit? All the issues that men have to deal with. Like, do y'all women sometimes think about, like, damn, that's my daddy, that's my brother, that's my son? Do you hear this shit? But we oppress y'all, man. I'm about to rewind that shit.
Just some of the men's issues that I'll list off, okay?
Son.
All right. Men happen to be the majority of suicide, the majority of homeless, the majority of workplace deaths. The family court system is biased against men. False paternity, false accusations, prison sentencing disparity, failure in education, health issues, and male abuse.
Yes.
Why do you think that so many people aren't aware of men's issues?
I think men don't stand up for themselves. If a man is a victim of domestic violence or domestic abuse, he's not going to report it to the police.
He's not.
And if you call the police, they'll arrest you more than likely than the woman. So men don't speak up.
I, as a single father, can testify to you on this day how men are perceived differently from women. Me, as a single father raising a daughter, me going asking for help, like, if I always say, if I was a woman, I wouldn't get these fucked up ass looks like, damn, you a man, you supposed to be able to handle that on your own. So whatever issue a man have to deal with, like, I hear women complain about the same issues that I had to fight through. Complain about the help they receive and what kind of help, and like, damn, son, I didn't get no help. I had to. Male issues, though.
Men are taught to hide their emotions and suppress their emotions, and it's dangerous for men. It's dangerous for everybody. But
some men have insecurities.
Egos.
Egos, their pride.
I would say mental health as well. Like, it's,
all that.
Men are definitely less likely to admit or get help for mental issues, which is really sad.
It's often said life isn't fair. Who is more likely to be expected to accept injustice, men or women?
Women.
If it's not men,
I feel like it's men.
If it's not men,
it's ironic that this black lady who, with women is so understanding of men issues. Like, why the fuck you couldn't be with one of us? God damn.
Why do we have the expression "take it like a man"?
We have the expression "take it like a man" because men face way more discrimination and injustice on an everyday basis than women do. Suck it up, women. But my God, to honest opinion is that men go through a lot more. They're not accepted in so many areas that women are. Just like we're married, by the way, and gay women are twice as much accepted as gay or
as gay men are. They're shunned.
Could it ever be possible for women to hold too much power in society?
No.
Okay, so why is it possible for men to hold too much power in society?
Because I feel like everything is like shaped for them.
I honestly don't think men thought this all the way through when they came up with this whole patriarchal society, because I mean, they want to run the world, but they would usually go home to women who more than likely were the backbone of everything that they were built on as a man. But their lack of wanting to give women that respect, where we echo in hallways that we should have already echoed in, they built the society on that, not thinking that one day women will wake up and not want to play by their rules anymore. So, I mean, I feel like it's just your karma, baby. Get over it.
So you saying it's the same thing for a man to go out there and create the world and come home to a safe and secure house. It's the same as her going out and building the world herself. Like, I'm not saying that women can't build the world, but that's not the same, lady. Yeah, I had a lot of female support systems. I love women. This red pill, I feel, is not about female hate. It's about, man, we love females so much. This shit is fucked up. We want to fix it. We want to come to the table and come to some kind of understanding, agreement, and get the goddamn black family together. But this shit, no, y'all can't be thinking like that, bro. Everybody has a role and a position to play. It's not about me dominating over you or me telling you what to do, even though I make the final decision as a man, but
thought it was going to be one way, as if women were always going to be this quiet little kept society, and we're frankly the shit, and y'all just don't want to give us our dues.
Man, we've been
Is it possible to be pro-men without being anti-woman?
Exactly, that's possible. Just like I'm pro-black without being anti-white.
I'm white and I'm pro-black.
Are male feminists selling out their own gender?
Fuck no. Same thing.
No.
Like, can we be like female maleists?
Well, can you do that without being, selling out your gender?
Hell yeah. I can embrace my womanhood and still protect you.
We should embrace our
Straight
masculinity.
I'll kick a girl's ass to try to touch you, man. I got your back.
I'm just saying, if we're going to talk about equality, why isn't there equal representation of both men and women's issues?
That's
Which
true.
it should.
That's true. That's true.
It should be
I got
brought
so many
up, but it's
theories.
not.
Why don't the good, decent women of the world regularly call out and shame the trash women for how they treat men?
Why?
They should. They most definitely should.
But do they?
No, absolutely not. And
Why
that's
not?
the problem. Because
I think a big part of it is victim accountability. Like, a lot of men don't speak up for themselves, so women feel like, well, we shouldn't speak up for them, and that's kind of wrong.
Not no
like,
more.
that's all the way wrong. Just because
Red
they don't
pill,
speak up
red
for
pill, red
themselves
pill.
doesn't mean we shouldn't speak up for them.
But don't women want men to speak up on behalf of women?
Absolutely. We
so,
do.
So why shouldn't it go both ways?
We obligated.
We are. We're speaking up for you guys. We're not going to let this happen. Or if you guys are being touched inappropriately, you tell someone,
What's
we'll
wrong
stick
with
up for
you?
you.
Is it possible for women to be strong and independent, but also victims?
Sure, all the time. That seems to be the default mode, is that women are always victims, but yet they're strong and confident. They're queens. They're in charge. They have all the rights and all the privilege. It's female privilege. It has nothing to do with white male privilege or any of that. It's female privilege that rules the world. Men don't rule the world. This isn't a patriarchal society or world. Women are in control, period.
It is a patriarchal society. This is the shit that people keep getting wrong. It is absolutely, positively, you goddamn right, a patriarchal society. But every action and motives have always, since goddamn Eve was pulled out of Adam's rib, males' motivations, even our goddamn punishment in the Bible, to be female driven, our family. The patriarchal society is built for women and children. We do this for our women and children. That's what y'all don't understand. We are willing sacrifices for y'all. Patriarchal society. Yes, it is. As it should be. Well, I want to do this. Fine, boo. You can do that. I ain't holding you back. Let's see what you got.
Why can't men ever be seen as victims of women?
Men are taught to be strong. Women are taught to be sensitive and vulnerable. And that's necessary, of course, when you're raising children, etc. And for relationships. Women need a strong man in their life, and men need a sensitive, intelligent woman who's not subservient, but we're equal in different ways.
What are your thoughts on the following statement? That a man's weakness...
I always talk to my homeboys. I am not over no woman. I always consider it equal. We are equal. Equal. I never looked at my woman as, oh, I'm over her. They might have perceived me being there with my whole personality and whatnot, but mentally, in my head, how I was taught, like, or how I viewed it, man, every functional, good relationship that I ever had, observed, like my grandparents, my uncle, like, yeah, the man was the head of the house, but the women set the guidelines, set the rules. The dad was the of course, I said it before, head of the house, but my grandma ran the house. Like my aunties ran the house. But my grandma understood who was the head of the house. It was that kind of respect. What's wrong with that? Like, boo, you make all the decisions, basically. But I am the man. Sorry.
Is the facade of his strength, while a woman's strength is the facade of her weakness.
I was talking, so I'm going to rewind it. This is a gym. I'm sorry.
But women need a strong man in their life, and men need a sensitive, intelligent woman who's not subservient, but we're equal in different ways.
What are your thoughts on the following statement? That a man's weakness is the facade of his strength, while a woman's strength is the facade of her weakness.
That's a genius, mind-blowing question.
I agree.
I don't even want to comment on that. That stands alone.
Can
That's
you explain what that means?
Read it to me one more time, please.
Okay. A man's weakness is the facade of his strength, while a woman's strength is the facade of her weakness.
Yes. I think men have to pretend, whether they're humble or not.
Again.
You better humble yourself. In most every situation, discussions, arguments, decisions that have to be made, the men generally have to acquiesce and be weak, yes dear, all that stuff. Inside we want to be strong, but society, from movies to music to everything, has emasculated men for the last 50 years. Husbands are disparaged, fathers are disparaged. It's just the way it is. It's unfortunate.
Why can't men ever...
Listen, again, weakness is the facade of a man's strength, and strength is the facade of a woman's weakness. Ladies, I'm telling you, the other side of the coin of men protecting women is not just him jumping into your defense when someone attacks you, but that man, the other side of the coin is that man who jump into your defense against an attacker don't turn around and attack you, and the dude in the stall watching this happen don't jump up and attack you, and the police who come to stop that don't jump and attack you. That's the other side of the protection that men provide. Okay. So this weakness and facade of strength, I feel it 100%. I have to be humble. I have to stand down, acquiesce. Yeah, that's it. I have to do all that. I can't yell. I can't be angry. I can't hit you if you hit me. I can't defend myself. I can't disrespect you. That's all what we've been taught. If women been taught that, how come it happens so frequently where women disrespect men? We always talk about women Me and this big man, listen, I done got cussed out. And I always tell women the difference between you and a man is if a nigga ever pull that shit that you pulling now, I will knock his goddamn teeth out. But because I can't hit your ass, you can abuse and 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 abuse. Woo! Let's continue the video.
Be seen as victims of women.
I do see men as victims of women.
Yes, in
Like,
some cases, yes, but not
for
all
sure.
the cases.
Not all, but I can definitely see how it goes both ways.
Well, right, but also, I mean, can we admit that not all women are victims of men?
Most definitely, yes.
Why do so many people today claim victimhood?
Victimhood. I think people just want to belong. That there's so much options and there's so much media and there's so much content and option, like the choice paralysis, right? Like, who am I? Where do I belong? And that's something that really matters to your like whole being, I guess.
Is it cool to be a victim?
Nobody wants to be a victim, but people do get hurt. And I don't know what the definition in the textbook of a victim is, but when you're hurt really badly or you're at a disadvantage, there are victims in the world, but it's like a moment. Like, do you choose to stay there, or do you find a way to overcome that?
Is it reasonable to expect people to recognize their privileges and not abuse them?
I think it's important to know what you have. Like, that goes to the gratitude. When you really know all that you've been given since you were born, all those around you that support you, it makes you like you're able to give more. So it's important to know that, but not, I guess, like think you're above others because of it, or try and exploit others because of it, or take advantage of others because you know you have the upper hand. And people do that because for some people it's like everything's a big competition.
If you have a society that rewards victimhood, then more people will try to prove how much of a victim they are. It's a story as old as time.
Do you know the accusation? And please listen to me, ladies. Think about your sons, not just your daughters. Think about your brothers, not just your sisters. Think about your father, not just your mother. Do you know how an accusation of a rape will ruin a man's life? Not that saying like real rape don't happen. I'm against that too. But like, oh my God. And then just the condemnation immediately. You believe the woman immediately. And the man is already a goddamn villain.
You have to be self-sufficient, you have to be responsible, you have to be strong, you have to be confident. But if you have these characteristics as a man, more than likely you're going to be called patriarchal or offensive or
chauvinist.
I don't know.
Women oppression is in their minds. Like, bro, we're superheroes. So what if we can't get jobs that are the same as men? Oppression is all in the mind as far as women versus men go. But I do feel like the women run the world thing is the truth. We do run the world, but not without men. Like, we saw a video not too long ago that compared women to the house and men to the key. You can't have a house without a key, so.
When does blaming society end and personal responsibility begin?
Ooh.
When society learns how to take responsibility for their own things. When society learns, because once society learns how to take responsibility, then everybody else will.
I have
because
no problem
it takes exactly
taking personal responsibility.
But not everybody can take personal responsibility. But once you take it as a person or as a group,
or as
and
a
you
society,
take, and you take that first step into moving, then
That's
you did it.
weird.
Then that's where change happens.
That's where
Society
it comes
is
from.
individual people. Well, that is.
With MailChimp's customer
It's complicated.
Smart, you can track when a customer buys something, plan for their next purchase.
Get ready. You're tuned in to Tea Time Unfiltered.
Nope. Well, that was a video from It's Complicated channel. Again, he be dropping gems. Keep up the good work. I'm all for it. I'm down with the manosphere, the red pill shit. I just thought y'all need to You know, I'm gonna keep pumping this content. It's your boy King Down 225. Hit that like and subscribe and become part of the kingdom. That red pill shit. You youngins need this shit. You youngins need this.